Is there a lot of drama people in here right now? I hope not. Malena and I are wrapping up this chapter in our lives. We decided to end our relationship. All right, let's strap in. Malena and I are wrapping up this chapter in our lives. We've decided to end our relationship. We have different goals, and pursuing them means going our separate ways. Thank you so much for to the followers and others who have supported us as a team. You are in our hearts as we start our new chapters. That's really sad. It sucks. Somebody just said, I knew she was sleeping with somebody else. Yo, I'm just gonna keep it real. Chat, I mean this in the nicest way possible. Some of y'all are probably the worst people in the world. The worst. And I wish you nothing but, like, you know, when you're going through hardships of like a breakup or something, that nobody around you helps you or shows you any mercy, because that's the way some of you act in situations like this. Like, I know that like their relationship was a lot of content and everything, but these are very real people with real feelings. And like instantly jumping to break down things, I think that just makes you a terrible human being. I think it does. I know that's the internet, right? So like that's just how the internet is gonna go. But like I actually think that just makes you a bad person. I think it does. Because you don't know what's going on in these people's personal lives. And both these people are my friends. I love Nick and Malena. I'm not involved in their relationship at all, but I love them both very much. I talked to Malena recently, you know, and I wish them nothing but the best. Because it's really sad. It's really sad. Nick and Malena both deserve nothing but love during this time. Same thing with Brittany Rob. Like just that thread of like people like Nick said this earlier today, and I agree with this. If you find yourself writing comments and paragraphs on people's lives and breakdowns of like their family dynamic because of a breakup on Reddit, you're too far gone. You need to get off the internet. Like, it's just really sad. That sucks. Damn. Prayers out to both of them that they can, you know, work it out, because it sucks. Also for them too, it's even rougher because I mean their content was so hinged upon each other. So make sure you guys are just, you know, show a little bit of human. I know that like, what is a good way to say this? I know we make a lot of jokes, like a lot of like crazy jokes or like edgy jokes. I'm like, oh, I want to jump or this or that. But I've said this, and I mean this truly. People only ever really care about mental health online until it's too late. I think that's really the truth. When you see like streamers going through hardships like this, and you go and write a nasty comment about, well, I never liked this person, so thank God. Like you don't know what they're going through that caused that. And it's just the sad reality that people don't care about mental health until it's too late. And then suddenly everybody is a mental health advocate. And I know I don't have a squeaky clean record, right? Like I make a bunch of jokes about like, oh, I want to jump off this, and like do that. But I really think that when it comes to like commenting on people's lives, when they're going through personal turmoil, is where it gets really, really dangerous. And this is pretty serious, you know, because whether or not it's like an online breakup to you, the reality is it's like, you know, E-Rob or Britt or Nick and Malena are all humans who are like real people who have real lives, real families, and real problems that exist offline, and they deserve to be treated like real people and not just, you know, torn apart because you thought they were annoying on stream or whatever. They're still good people. It just sucks. It's very, very sad. So if you watch any of these streamers, you know, I'm not saying you have to go over there and sub or anything like that, but just don't try to refrain from going to a thread online and being like, well, I didn't really like, you know, this person because they were so bad, because I think that is always just, it only does more damage than obviously positives. I think anybody would know that. And I think it's easy for all of you to say, well, you know, as streamers, just don't read it. But it's always a different story when you're going through something very serious in your life, and then you have a bunch of people calling you a bad person or anything like that, or breaking down your breakup. Like, it's just not, it's not good. So You know, treat people with a little bit of kindness today, whether or not it's your favorite streamer, whether or not it's your family member, whether or not it's you know, somebody that you don't know. Just treat everybody with a little bit of kindness. That's about it. You know, be kind, because everybody's going through something, whether or not they talk about it. And you know, it's very obvious that things, you know, change over time, and not everything is very public, so you never know what streamers are going through. You know, just treat everybody with some love, okay? Today, chat, show some love in chat. You know, be kind to one another. I know we joke a lot. I know I joke a lot. But like, that's coming from the girl that just slammed Silky. Okay. All right. Okay. Yep. That is very true. That is, I'm realizing that aligning with the time is not very good, right? I get that. But I think it's true. It's just true. Treat everybody with a little bit of kindness, because you do not know what people are going through in their personal life, and it's very easy to like joke and stuff like that. But seriously, like this is, you know, we love Nick and Malena. We want to see them both very happy, regardless of what they want to do in their lives. It's important to remember that. You know what I mean? Do as she says, not as she does. Okay, all right. Yeah, I'll talk to Nick and stuff offline, and Malena offline and everything. I normally like to keep a lot of that offline when I talk to people, but I'll check in and make sure that they're good. Streamers share a lot of their lives, but it doesn't mean we're entitled to talk about their private lives and make assumptions about people we don't know in real life. Yeah, I just think it's also coming in at a weird time where a lot of people are just like, I don't know, they want to assume that they know correctly about a situation, and they might not know. And so like, you know, they'll take an opportunity. Like, I mean, you gotta remember, like, even Malena, like, remember when Malena, she was like, first like vanishing for a little bit and saying she was like retiring and stuff. Like, you know, she announced that she had personal stuff. It's like everybody was so mean to her, but they didn't really know that she had a lot of personal stuff going on with her mom and everything. It's like, just treat people with a little bit of kindness, because everybody deserves a little bit of love and kindness. They do. Viewers feel like they own content creators sometimes. Yeah. I mean, even the content creators that joke around the most have personal stuff. That's even like me. Like I was telling you guys earlier, like, I deal with like family stuff or personal stuff behind the scenes that I have to deal with. And it's not always told to you guys, but sometimes there's just stuff that people do. As streamers and YouTubers are humans too, just like in your day-to-day, like, you know, you guys are all humans with real problems and stuff like that. You know, so that's why I say, just treat everyone with kindness and love, and try to be, you know, you don't have to be the nicest person in the world. You don't have to not make your jokes. But don't be, you know, don't try to not be bitter and sad on the internet all the time, because life is too short to be spending your time, you know, breaking down somebody's personal life because you want to assume something, you know? It just is. I know like a lot of like what we do depends on people watching streams, and I'm like mean this in like the most non-joking way. Like I'm being as genuine as I can right now. Like I know when y'all watch streamers, like it doesn't matter if you're poggers or WL community. It doesn't matter what community you're a part of. When you watch streamers and like you guys are so invested in their lives and everything, like I'm telling you, life is too short. So that's why like when I get new opportunities and stuff, and like I talk about my background and where I've come from, it's because there are people that have come up to me and been like, oh, this inspired me to do XYZ, and now they're trying something new, right? Like that's what you should want to see from whatever you watch. Find things for entertainment or find things for inspiration, but make sure that you're focusing your life in the right direction. Because I think it's really easy. It's really, really, really easy on the internet to see stuff like this and get personally invested in, you know, people's lives to the point where you're writing a paragraph about why you think that they might have broken up because of this, that, and it's just never that. It's never that serious. You should never be that invested. You should always, the only time you should be doing that on the internet is if you're writing about your own personal problems on like a self-help Reddit. You know, that's about it. Otherwise, there is never a time for a paragraph on Reddit, okay? It is never a time. Never. W positivity. No, let's get back to slamming each other. Yeah, I'm not gonna respond to this. I'm gonna reach out to Nick privately, obviously, and I've spoken to him and Malena privately, and I'll continue to do that because I love them both very much. I just want to see them both happy. So that's about it. We won't keep it. I don't want to like farm their stuff too much, but yeah, chat. Try to show some love and positivity today. That's about it. You know what I mean? Love and positivity and kindness. Camp Canute aware. What is this?